My crazy workout. It's chilly out here this morning. It's like 57. It's going to be the first workout of the new year, so happy new year to everyone. I have a new workout video. It's going to, I know it looks like I have a lot of equipment here, but it's just options. A lot of the exercises can be done with no weights, no equipment. I'll give you modifications and show you everything as we go along. We're going to get started. There are 3 different workout circuits, but we're going to warm it up first because I'm freezing and I need to get moving, hence the long sleeve shirt. I don't think I'll be taking it off today because it's not supposed to get very warm. We've been very fortunate here in Florida. The last couple of days have been upwards of 80. I know some of you think that's insane, but I like it. And today it's supposed to be, I think the high is 67, so we're gonna have a couple of days of cold weather. I know you guys laugh at me, cold weather. And then it's supposed to get warm again, like into the 70s, so I can deal with that. March it wide. We're gonna warm up real quick. I have a band, I have kettlebells, I have dumbbells, I have a box, I have a ball, all varieties, all options. If you don't have them, that's okay. I'll give you modifications. We're gonna do toe taps here, tap it out. Let's loosen up those legs. We've got front lunges, box lunges, reverse lunges, side lunges, all with a little bit of a variation. Reach it overhead. Let's wake up those muscles in the arms. Four, 3, 2, 1. We're going to bring it across the chest, over. Reach it. You're hitting the back now as you reach out and across. Sweep it across. 4, 3, we're going to step together, 2, 1, right here. I have a hair. I can see a dog hair floating on my eye. There we go. Pull it in. Four more, and we're going to do heels back. 2, 1, keep the arms back. I don't want to say my first circuit always eases you into the workout because about the second time through it, the sweat is just pouring down off of me, and I know you guys have told me it's coming down off of you. So we won't call the first circuit a warm-up. This is our warm-up. 4, 3, 2, knees up. After this one, knees up, pull down. Four, 3, 2, march it out right here. I hope everybody had a great holiday. Ours was a little bit crazy and busy. I scheduled my son, our son's youngest one, eye surgery. He was born with an eyelid that had a weak muscle, and he needs 3 weeks of recovery, like no strenuous activity, no heavy lifting. So the day after Christmas, he went in for eyelid surgery. So he's healing up pretty nice, but he'll go back to school. He'll be fine because he doesn't have to do any lifting. He's doing welding, so he's going to school for welding. And we figured if we didn't get it done, by the time he graduates and gets a job, he's not going to have 3 weeks to recover. So he can go back because they don't do any heavy lifting at the school. They just do the different weldings, but they wear helmets. So the first circuit is reverse lunges. You can do them to a box. You can do them off a box. You can do them to the TRX straps. I did not have time to hook them up today. Or you can just do them to the floor. It doesn't matter. In that position, so right leg is first. So if you're doing them with your foot planted, you're gonna be like this, and you're gonna go down and up. 2, 3. It's like a single leg balance squat. 6, 8, 10, 11, and 12. Switch. And 12. Turn front. We got front bench lunge, and you're going to front bench lunge. We're going to press up. So you're going to go press up, and then tricep extension. Down. Press up. Hold them up there. Sorry, tricep extension. Down. Press up. Sorry, hold them up, tricep extension, and down, up, There's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, that was with dumbbells. Woo! Cardio move. Chair sit burpee. So, ball down. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're doing 10 of these. 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew. Keep the ball, 2 oblique mountain climbers, 2 plank jacks. 1, sorry, they're slow. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so if you don't have boxes and you don't have weights, you would plant that right foot, or say you have a kettlebell. Everybody's got some type of weight to hold, okay? A bag of rice. Right leg goes back, down, 2, 4, 5, 9, 10, 11, 12. Left leg would be next. You can switch it. Put that left leg back. 1. If you're in the TRX straps, you'd have this left leg in the strap, and as you squat back or down, the left leg would be going back. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Woo! Okay, so if you don't have dumbbells, maybe you have a ball. All right, front lunge, press up, tricep extension. Sorry, did that too soon. Front lunge, up, tricep extension. Here's 8. 9. Here's 10. 11. Here's 12. Okay, keep that ball. We're doing chair sit burpee. Or if you don't have a ball and you have dumbbells, one, as you raise up, sit back. 2, like you're sitting into a chair. 3, pull the stomach in. If you don't have weights, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2 more. 11, 12. Whew. Go down onto the ground. Knee tuck. 2 jacks. 2, 3, 4. Engage that core. Halfway there. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have one more round. Woo-wee. If you're not doing the 3rd round with us, fast forward to the next orange border and you can start the next circuit, okay? But if you are, come along with me. Now, if you wanted to change the variation on this, step your right leg back, drop down. 7, 8, 10, 11, and 12. Now the left leg goes back. Hold the weight in the left hand. 1, 2, 10, 11, and 12. Whew. If you have a bar and you don't have kettlebell or dumbbells or a ball, you can use the bar. I didn't bring the bar out. If you have a kettlebell, you'd hold it with the horn up. This one's a little bit heavy, so I'm not doing too many with these. My shoulder still hurts, so it'd be right leg, press up, and then tricep, kick back, up. Here's 3, 4, 5, 6. Here's with the ball. 6. Sorry about that. 7, 8, 9, 10. Engage the core to hold that weight up there. 11, you do the pause and bring it down. And 12. Whew. Chair sit burpee. 1, 2, 3. Engage the core as you raise your arms up. Here's 5, 6, 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep it down here. Knee tuck, 2 jacks. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew. That was circuit 1. Okay, in this next circuit, I know y'all watch Instagram. Did you see Lisa Marie from Body Rock do around the worlds and then do jump squats with the kettlebell? She did a 2-minute countdown. I tried it. Holy smokes. I couldn't get through 2 minutes without breathing really hard. I thought I would incorporate it in to the cardio move. We are not doing 2 minutes. If you want to be crazy and go do that with Lisa Marie, props to her, it was awesome. We're gonna do right side lunge with a knee tuck. So you're gonna work the obliques again, like we did on the ground, but we're gonna do them on the standing. And then we're gonna go into we're gonna hold the weight overhead and do front bench crossover lunges. And we got a heavy kettlebell swing, and we've got the around the world. So I know she was doing it by itself, but I tried it and I had to stop. But I had also done this, so I had to stop and catch my breath quite a few times. So I'll work up to it, but I give her a lot of props there. So I'm gonna grab the ball. If you don't have a ball, you can use the dumbbell. we are going to use the benches, or if you don't have them, that's okay. You can do it to the floor. You can also band them if you want. I know in one video I showed you how you hook the band. I just didn't set it up because my husband was out walking the dog, and I need 2 hands to set it up to hook it into the door. So we're gonna go without. So if you want to put a band on for resistance, you can. And I didn't bring the bands out that go around the legs. Again, you can, but you want to make sure that you're doing these properly and that you feel them. So when you do the lunge back, you want to press that butt back. Sometimes if you have the band on, you don't go as far. So you really want to press it and feel it in the inner thigh, and then push off with the quad and come back up. Okay? So you're gonna go. All right? If you don't have the ball, it's okay. You can do it with a weight, a kettlebell, or no weight at all. So let me show you without first, okay? So if you're doing no weight, you can put the hands behind the head or the hands at the chest, right? Twist. Now, 2. If you have 4, or you can come down. 7, 8, 9, 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Left leg is next. 1, 2, 6, 9, 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Going to the front bench crossover lunge. No weight, looks like this. Hold it up there, engage the core. Like you're holding a big beach ball. Everybody's got some kind of weight though. You can hold something. Hold your cat if it'll let you. 10. We've got 5 more each side. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now, your arms should be a little fatigued holding them up there. We've got kettlebell swings. I'm going with the heavy one. We're doing 15 of these. 15 of everything except Lisa Marie's. 4. Squeeze that butt and thrust forward. 8. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. You can use a kettlebell. You can use a dumbbell. You can use the ball. She did around the world right, around the world left, and then she went 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. Engage that core. 4, 4. Here's 5. Take breaks when you need to. 1, 2. Here's 6. We're doing 10 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's 9. 1, 2. Here's 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, round 1. We're gonna do round 2. If you wanna add a weight or you wanna add bands, you can do that, okay? Or both. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here's 5 more. 5. Last one. Left side is next. Out, circle it around. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, front bench crossover lunges. If you're holding a weight, when you hold that weight up, engage the back, engage the core, press through the shoulders. Try and keep the shoulders from coming up to the ears by engaging the back. Squeeze your back. We have 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower that weight down. You have a kettlebell swing. The lightest of weights will make that feel so heavy if you're engaging the back and the shoulders and the core and holding that weight up overhead. All right, it takes all of your upper body. Tighten and contract those muscles. Hold them up there and then do your lunges. Don't just go through the lunges, really contract those muscles. 1, more. 5, 2, and 1. Okay, Lisa Marie's move. You use whatever weight you feel comfortable using. If you want to use the ball, right? Engage the core. Lower it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 1. Let that weight pull you down into that squat. There's 3. 1. Here's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. 1. Here's 7. Heart rate going up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's 8. 2 more after this. Work at your pace, your level. 9. 1, 2. Here's 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. Woo. Now, if you wanted to make that more challenging, Olivia, I'm talking to you, you could use your boxes. You could do the around the world on the top of the box and with both feet. And then when you do your jump squats, you could jump in and jump out, down to the floor and up to the box. If you want to change it up and give it a little bit of a twist. All right, one more round of these. Heart rate should be up. Cardio strength moves. 2, 3, 4. 9. 5 more. 5. 2. And 1. Going to the left side. Really, 5, think about your oblique as you pull that knee in. 8, 3 more. 4. It's a muscle contraction. It's not, you don't need heavy weights and a lot of momentum. You need controlled and contracted to do these, okay? I'm sticking with the ball for these. I like how it forces you to hold your arms out and up, but you can use a kettlebell, you can use dumbbells, you can use a bar. I used a bar at the gym because somebody had the balls and was doing a workout. So you do what you can. Lower that leg down, cross that leg over, and lower the knee that's on the floor towards the floor. Get that inner thigh, outer thigh, and hip. Are you contracting the back? Engaging the shoulders and the core? This one's 10. We have 5 more. 5. We have that kettlebell swing next. You don't even have to hold a weight to feel this. Engage those muscles. 1 more each leg. Inner thighs should be on fire. Shoulders. Can you feel it? Can you feel it, Anna? All right. Kettlebell swing. 1. 5 more. 5, 4, 2, and 1. Okay. Okay. 3rd circuit. A little bit of strength in this one. I'm going to move the boxes to the front here because I need to do a side lunge, and we're going to do a front bench crossover lunge. If you don't have the benches, you'll do them to the floor. Okay. Okay. So bicep curl to tricep kickback. I had Conchana asking me a question about the easy curl bar, and she said that her wrists hurt her when she curled with a straight bar. It's probably too much weight is what I told her. You want to keep your hands neutral. Your wrists you don't want them, so if the weight is too heavy, this is what happens to your wrists. You end up going like this and you put a lot of pressure on your wrist to get that weight up there. The contraction is in the bicep. So your fingers should be really light gripping that weight, okay? You should not be gripping it so hard that you got the death grip on the bar. It should be light and you should be contracting at that bicep. So to do this, we are going to do a curl to a kickback, all right? So take a lighter weight than you'd normally do. Loosen that grip in your hands, curl up, and then kick back. Curl and kick back. 3, 4. Think about contracting the muscles. 6, 8, 9, 2 more, 11, 12. Now you should feel that in the biceps and not in the arms. Keep a hold of these weights. You're gonna come over to, so the left foot is in the middle of the step. Side lunge, and then up and down. Side lunge. 3, 4. 8, One more. Here's 12. Now to the other side. Right foot. 1, 2, 3, 'Halfway there. Two more. Okay, trading those dumbbells for a band or for a lighter weight. If you have a band, wrap it around your foot, or you can wrap it to the door if you want to. We're gonna do a side lunge out, and you're gonna go and raise the arm up. Now, if you don't have a band, you're gonna take a lighter dumbbell, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 11 and 12. Step through, and you're gonna go 1, and let that weight come down and squeeze the back. 4, press up and let it come down, and you squeeze that lat. 9, 10, 11, and 12. I'll show you from behind on the next one. Switch legs. Loop it around the foot. If you don't have a door jam to loop it around. The band comes to the back of the hand. Side lunge out and raise like you're raising in a half Y. If you don't have a band, use a lighter dumbbell. 5, 7, 11 and 12. I'm going to turn so my back is to you. Arm comes up and you're in a half bull post. Press up and then lower it down, lat. 2, 3, 8, 9, and 12. Okay, if you don't have dumbbells and you have the bar or a ball and you want to do these curls, you can't do a kickback with these. So what you're going to do is you're going to curl and then an overhead tricep extension. So you curl and then press up. 2, 4. But that gets a lot of shoulders. So if you have cans or something, I really want you to focus on contracting the biceps. 7, 9, 2 more, 11 and 12. Whew. Let me wipe my face off a minute. All right, move my ball out of the way. So right leg is first. It's okay if you don't have a box, a bench. I'll come back and I'll show you. You'd go right out. My left arm is weak because that's the one that's hurting. So even the 10, you'll see me flinch a little bit. 2. If you don't have boxes or a bench, you don't need it. 4. 6. 2 more. 11. And 12. Other side. So it feels a little lighter in this arm, in my right arm, but that's okay. I got to work up the strength in my left arm. Okay. Wrap that band, if you have one, either around your foot or in the door. Side lunge. Sorry about that. 2. Two more. Step between. 1. Up. Squeeze those lats. Shoulder press to a lat. Pull down. Resist that weight. Halfway there. Here's 7. 8. 9. 10. 2 more. The band gives resistance on the way up and down. The dumbbells, you can use momentum and really cheat on them. But the band gives you so much resistance that you really have to control it. So I do like to work with the bands. I've said that before. 3. Halfway there. Here's 8. 10. 2 more. Step in. Shoulder press up. Lat down. 2. 3. 4. 8. 4 more. 2 more. 2 and 1. Okay, one more round through. Bicep curl to tricep kick back. Curl up and down. Kick back. 3, 4, 6. Those dumbbells are loose in those hands, right? No death grip. 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, step over to the left. Or over to, yeah, step your left leg over to the center. 2, 3, hold it up there, and front bench lunge. Here's 6, we're halfway through. 2 more. 2 and 1. Okay, right leg is lined up with the boxes. 1, 2, 'Halfway there. 7. 2 more. 11. 12. Woo. Bands are next. Okay. Band on the back side of the hand. Lunge. And a Y, half Y raise. Six more. 6. 5. Step in. 1, 2. 5. Halfway there. 6, 5. 2 and 1. Sweat is rolling down my face. Other leg. Even with it being as cold as it is. A little windy out there too. 4. 4 more. 9. 2 more. Step in. Arms should be shaking as you press up. Contract that muscle, really concentrate. Halfway there. 7, 8, 9, 2 more. 2 and 1. Woo! Shake it out. Remember how to work this one. 10 and 50. We'll count it down to 8 and we'll hit the timer again. Okay. You're gonna lay down on the right side. Arm comes out to the side. Right leg is off the floor, all right? You're going to crunch the knee in. So you're gonna lower the knee down to, so that the legs are parallel. And then you crunch up, and then we're gonna kick up, okay? So if you can, hover that right leg off the floor. 10 seconds, when it beeps again, we're going 50 seconds of this. Cover that right foot. Slow. No momentum here. Crunch up. Think about contracting that oblique. Four seconds. All right, keep in with that left oblique. Cross that right leg over. Contract, press pelvic tilt, press that lower back into the floor. Crunch in. Left oblique, crunch that right elbow to that left leg. Pelvic tilt. You're not just pulling the knees in. You're contracting and pressing the lower back into the floor, which is lifting the legs off of the floor. You're not just going like this and crunching in. It's a contraction and you press up. Glute is next. You're gonna plant that left foot and raise that right leg into the air and do a single leg glute lift. So right here, contract again, pelvic tilt. Right leg is in the air. Contract and hold the abdominals in as well. And press through that left leg. Left glute, squeeze and contract. Contract, lift up. If it gets to be too much and you need to lower that foot down and put it on the knee, that's fine. Try and thrust up, keep it up as high as you can. Contract that left glute. Hold your abs tight as well, don't forget. Okay, roll onto that left side. I won't turn my back to you. Left leg hovers, right leg down parallel, crunch in, up. Crunch in, up. Left leg is going to cross over that right. Still working that right oblique, correct? Pelvic tilt. Contract those muscles. Hover, pelvic tilt. Pull that belly button down and contract the muscles. And your hips lift off of the floor. You don't want to
just crunch the legs in. It's not a crunch in. It's a pelvic tilt. It's a small lift. So you're getting the rectus abdominis with the focus on the right oblique as your left elbow comes across. Plant that right foot, raise that left leg up. Contract that right glute muscle. When the beeper goes off, we're gonna lift up and down. Lift, press the weight into the heel. Lift up, squeeze, tighten. We're gonna put both feet on the floor when the beeper goes off, and you're gonna alternate leg lifts. Feet are on the floor, and we're gonna reach across with the hands. So one will go to the inside of the knee, and the other will go to the outside. So pelvic tilt, and you're gonna reach. You're not crunching the knee all the way in. You're lifting the foot off the floor, pelvic tilt, press the lower back into the floor, and reach the arms off to the side. Reach like the inside hand is going to the foot, and the outside hand is going past the knee. Contract. We're going to keep both feet on the floor. Turn the toes out. And we're going to do a glute lift. Now I want you to pelvic tilt and contract the glutes, right? Then lift up. So it's lift, lift and squeeze. Toes point out, lift and squeeze. You're tightening the abdominals, you're tucking that butt under, so you get that pelvic tilt, and then a lift. Pelvic tilt, and then a glute lift. I have my toes lifted into the air. If you can lift it off, lift the toes up, and keep the weight in the heels, you'll work the glutes more, and you won't feel it as much in the quads. When you put your feet down on the floor and you press, you get a lot of quad work. We're gonna go through that again. So, starting on the right side, timer is on, right leg is hovering, left leg is bent. You're gonna contract, crunch that left oblique. And because we're hovering that right foot, you're engaging the rectus abdominis as well. By hovering that foot, you have to contract the entire abdominal muscles, the entire rectus abdominis, to hold that right leg off the floor and hover. Crunch. If you want to, you can contract and bring them both up on the straight leg. Three seconds. Okay, right leg crosses over that left knee. Remember, it's a pelvic tilt. You're not pulling the knee in, you're contracting and you're reaching, you're crunching the upper body up and the elbows going to the other side. But it is a reverse crunch And then you're adding a twist in to get that left oblique. If it's too much to have your feet in the air, you want to pelvic tilt and contract as you lift up. When you pull your legs in, like so, you get a lot of hip flexor. We don't want the hip flexor, we want the abdominals. So I don't want you cheating and using your hip flexors. Engage that glute, put that weight in the heel, and lift up. Tighten and contract. Are you holding those abs in tight? Are you on your back? Is your lower back lifted off of the floor? You're resting on your upper back and shoulders. Tighten and contract. Squeeze. Again, if this foot gets tired, if the right leg gets tired, you can always lower it down. Try and hold it up and engage those lower abdominals by contracting to hold that right leg into the air. I know there's a lot going on, but I'm trying to make you think about this, that it's not just throw it up there and push with the momentum or pulse it up. Woo! Slide around. Left leg is gonna hover. Right leg is bent. It's gonna come in for a knee tuck, up for a side lift. Try and hover the upper body off the floor as well. That way you're not using momentum or your arm to push yourself up off the floor. Hover and engage the core. If you need to take breaks, take breaks. You work at your fitness level. Ten seconds. Remember, we're crossing that left leg over the right. Woo! Hover those feet. Contract, press that lower back into the floor, and lift. It's not a fast movement. You're contracting and squeezing and twisting to the right side. Contract. Plant that right foot, left foot into the air. Engage that core, hold that left foot up. Press that weight into the right foot, into the right heel. Lift. Contract those right glute muscles as well as the rectus abdominis as you hold this left leg up. I've seen people do this and add leg lifts in, where you lower your leg down and raise them up. The problem is if you're not paying attention, a lot of that will come from the hip flexor right here at the top of your leg, and that's what causes you to round over and make your hips really tight and hurt your back. So you have to be careful doing that. Okay, feet to the floor, hip width apart, and you're going to reach, add that knee tuck or that knee lift if you want to. Remember, you're lifting off the floor, but you're not crunching in. It's a half tabletop is the easiest way I can explain it. So we're not getting our hip flexors, we're getting our lower abdominals and our obliques by not pulling in too far. Pull the upper body to reach towards the feet, but don't pull the knees to the chest. Half tabletop. If you want to make it harder, you can hold them up and tap them down. One more glute lift. Remember, you do a pelvic tilt and then squeeze and lift up. Don't forget your pelvic tilt. Engage your core. Lift those toes off the floor. Squeeze and get the glutes and keep the core engaged. It's like you're scooping sand or water off of the ground before you come up into your glute lift. Woo. Pull those knees into the chest. Let's cool it down. Pull those knees in. Release the abdominals. We did a lot of oblique focus today. Take those legs, take the arms out to the side. Take the legs over to the right. Take the right leg and cross it over the left. And pull down on that left leg. Stretch out the obliques on the left side. Feel the stretch through the hip. And down into the IT band, all the way down that left leg. We're going to stay on this side. You're going to take and uncross that right leg, and you're going to cross the left leg in front. And you're going to pull that left foot in, keep it on the floor, and then if you can, press out on that left leg, press that left knee out, stretch that hip out. Feel that stretch across the chest, shoulder. You're gonna roll that leg up. Keeping it here, you're gonna grab a hold of that right knee. And it is not about pulling it all the way into your chest. You only wanna feel it. You wanna pull until you feel the inner thigh stretch and the hip stretch on that left side. So it doesn't have to come all the way in to be able to feel it. Flex the feet. You work in your range of motion. Some people are really, really flexible and can pull their knee to their chest, and other people might be all the way out here and you feel it, or you have to go like this to, you know, because you can't bring your legs in. It's okay. You work at your level. Release it, lower it down. Bring the legs out. Shake them out. Bring the feet up. Windshield wiper those legs. We're going to do the other side. Left side should feel really, really loose. When you go to the other side, the right side feels a little bit tighter in comparison. We're going to hit that right leg. So hold the feet here. Pull that right leg in. And you're going to take it, whoops, I'm sorry, you're going to take them both across. Cross that left leg over the right. Oh, yeah, pull in. If you need to, if you don't feel it, you can pull the legs up and make them more parallel with the arms. Or you might be down here and you feel it. Again, it's your flexibility. Don't go to where you feel pain. You want to be on the edge. You want to feel just a nice stretch in the hip, the glute, the waist, all the way down the IT band. And then what we're going to do is we're going to uncross those legs, and the right leg is going to come in front. I love this stretch. This stretch is awesome. Nice hip stretch. where you lay down and you feel it through the obliques down into the hips, and just by adding a little bit of pressure and pushing out on that knee, you can get the outside of the leg, the hip, and the IT band. We have to stretch out those dear old shoulders, chest, and arms today too, because we work them so hard. But we're down here on the floor right now, so roll it up, half pigeon, pull that left leg in, and both sides are different. One side you might be more flexible, you might be able to pull in a little bit further before you feel it. That's okay. And think about it, make sure you're pressing that lower back in the floor and you're engaging the core. You need to make sure that you don't have an arch in your back, and the focus is on the hips, the glutes, and the thighs in this. You don't want to be arching and have your hips tilted. You want to press it in, push like you're pushing your spine or your tailbone to the wall. And release it, lower the legs down. Keep them wide, and now windshield wiper again, and both hips should feel pretty good, nice and loose. One more time each way, right and then left. Grab a hold of those legs, pull in, and we're gonna do happy baby. Now, happy baby, everybody thinks just pull in on those feet. Hold here, engage the back, squeeze the back into the floor, and use the back to pull those legs down just a little bit more. Feel that stretch in those inner thighs. You also feel that in your back, and less in your arm, less pulling in your arms, and you're engaging the back, and the lower back then automatically goes to the floor, and you're not arching again, so you don't feel that pressure in the spine. But you have to contract your back on these. Feel that in the inner thighs. Now, release the back, bring the feet together, and pull the heels in, and stretch out those inner thighs. That feels so good. This would be cobbler pose or butterfly pose if you're in a seated position, but we're laying on the floor. And again, you're pressing that lower back into the floor. Lower the legs down, and you're gonna roll over. You're gonna come into a Sphinx pose, and you're gonna pull the chest through. Elbows and hands are on the floor. Pull your chest through. It's not an up. You're pulling through, and you're engaging the core. Feel that stretch through the core, through the back. Lower down. Hands come out to the side. You're going to take that right leg and bring it up. Press that hip into the floor and stretch out that inner thigh. We're going to do this before we roll and stretch out the chest. Lower it back, bend the legs, drop the legs to the left, lift up and get that chest out of the way. And you want to keep your arm bent, and you want to look out over the right side and stretch out the back, the shoulder, and the chest on the left side. And you want to make sure you're engaging that back. You're not just pushing and feeling that pull in the chest. You want to make sure that you're engaging the muscles in the left side of the back. So like you're doing, contracting those muscles like you're doing a lat pull down, and you'll feel a much nicer stretch in the back and the chest, and you won't be pulling any muscles. Release it, roll back over. One more time, come up into Sphinx, pull through, stretch out that back, abs, and lower down. Hands come out into bull pose, and you're gonna raise that left leg up. Press that hip into the floor. Press that left hip into the floor. You want them parallel. You don't want to be rolling over. You want to be rolling and press into the left side. So you have to roll to that left side to press that leg into the floor. We're going to call this a half frog pose because we're going to go into a full frog, but we have to stretch out these hips to be able to do that. And release it. Bring the leg down. Bend those legs. Roll to the right. Engage the lats on the right side. And feel that stretch in the chest and the shoulders, but the lats must be engaged. Engage the back. Contract those muscles and engage, and then press into the left hand and feel that stretch in the right side. Chest, shoulders, back. And release it. Come on up. Press back, wide-legged child's pose. You want to keep the hands tented. Again, engage the back. Feel the stretch through the hips. Armpits are lifted off of the floor. Now lower them down. Take that left arm, cross it under, and you want to look face down on the mat. And if you can, turn a little bit and look out over the left and feel that stretch across the back, the back of the shoulder, the top back of the shoulder, the rear delt, and the side of the shoulder. Pull it back forward, and then you feel that stretch in the arm. Tent the right hand, pull up, raise the arm up, circle it around, circle it the opposite way, and lower it down. Come on back down into your child's pose. Take and tuck that right arm under. You're going to look over, out past the right shoulder. Feel that stretch in the back of the shoulder, the rear delt, and the side. Roll the head back, and then release it and feel that stretch across the back. Release it, pull it up, raise that right arm up, circle it around, loosen up that shoulder, circle it the opposite way. While we're here, let's come into cat-cow. So pull the head forward, lift the chin. Don't super arch. You want to be pulling like you're pulling the tailbone to the one part of the wall and the head to the other part. Exhale, cat stretch. Again, inhale and exhale. Hold it here. You're going to take the knees out wide. I'm going to turn so that I'm on the blanket, and you're going to lower the body down to the floor, and you're going to do a full frog stretch. And you go to where I can't get my hips all the way down to the floor. That's why I'm working on it with the half frog and stretching out those hips. But you go to where you can feel that stretch in the inner thighs. Take the hands, bring them under the chest, pull back in. You're gonna walk the feet into the hands and come into Malasana squat. And from here, you're gonna pelvic tilt so that your back is straight, right? Feel that pressure in the pelvis. You're gonna reach that right arm to the floor and the left arm up, and you're gonna twist, and you're gonna stretch out the left side, the chest and the shoulder, and you'll feel that stretch in the back on the right side. Come back around, fall forward, stretch out those inner thighs and those hips. You're in a supported, we'll call it a supported frog pose because it's not really crow. Our legs are super wide. And then the left arm is going to go down and the right arm is going to come up. Stretch out the shoulder and the chest. Make sure those knees are not collapsing. Pelvic tilt. Getting a nice hip stretch here. One more time, come out. Supported frog pose. Stretch out those inner thighs. Roll back. Come back into a downward facing dog. Press the heels into the floor. Now you want to contract and tighten up the back, and you want to press that chest towards the legs so that you get a nice stretch through the back. Engage the core. You're going to raise the right leg up, pull forward, plant that right leg, and come down into a pigeon pose. You want to be up here. You don't want to collapse and fall over. You want to balance on the quadricep and the shin. Lower down to where you feel comfortable. Bring that left arm over. Feel that stretch through the hip and the glute and the left shoulder. Plant that right hand, pull the left arm back, come up, press back into that downward facing dog, and you're going to hold that dog one more time. Engage the lats, press the chest towards the thighs, feel that stretch through the back when you engage. Don't just push in the hands. You want to tent the hands and the palms are lifted off of the floor, and you want to contract the back. And you want to feel that stretch all down the lats. Raise the left leg up. Pull through. Left leg comes forward, pigeon pose. And you're going to lay all the way down. You're balancing on that right quad. And you're going to tuck that right arm under. And you're going to feel that stretch in the hamstring, glute, and hip on that left side. Bring that left hand in, pull the right arm back, come up into your downward facing dog, bend the legs. 1, on 3 we're gonna hop forward, 2 and 3, hop forward. Hands to the floor, inhale, flat back. Drop the head, roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. Deep breath, inhale. Exhale, fall forward 1 more time. Bend the legs, cross the hands to the elbows. Ragdoll, just sway side to side. Stretch out those hips just a little bit more. Hamstrings, back of the legs. Take the hands down to the floor. Flat back, inhale. Drop the head in the hands. Deep breath, inhale, roll up. Arms overhead. Hands to the chest. Exhale, prayer pose. Thank you for doing this workout with me. Have a happy new year. We should have an awesome 2020, and I'm looking forward to doing more videos in the year 2020, and enjoy it. If you like the video, please remember to thumbs up it and share it with some friends, and don't forget, subscribe to my channel. Have a great day and have a happy new year.